Hello everyone! Today is the 3rd of July and we are on our way to the train station. Yes, so we're leaving our small town of Dessau and we are going to Bayern. I have no idea what the English term for that region is, but it's basically the south of Germany where Munich is. This is where we're going for the day, and then we're gonna go to Garmisch, which is a tiny little village in the mountains in the German Alps, because we're gonna be exploring them, the Alps. So we both are super excited about that. So our journey begins with a couple of train rides. One thing that's really convenient about traveling in Germany is the public transportation system. With a monthly subscription, you are covered for all of the public transit in all of the cities, including the regional trains, one of which we took from Dessau to Eibsee, where we had a 1-hour layover and we used it to have some delicious breakfast. We were so happy to finally sit down and have our breakfast. We hadn't eaten anything else that day. So it was simple but very satisfying. And then after that, we boarded a high-speed ICE train to Munich. These trains are not part of the subscription, so it was like a €50 extra, but it was totally worth the money. It was super comfy. When we finally arrived at the Munich Central Station, I have to admit it was super hectic. It felt sketchy, super busy and stress-inducing. Anyways, we rented a locker at the station and stored my carry-on that I'll be using for my future travels. And then we just stopped at a nearby park to have a little snack before continuing our 3-day trip to Bavaria. So yeah, we are finally in Munich. We've just arrived. Before our city tour begins, we're gonna enjoy our little salad. One of our favorite. It's just delicious. Vegetarian. Cheese, croutons, some greens, a sauce, and orzo. So it's not that healthy, but it's still technically a salad, which is great. So yeah, we're just gonna enjoy a little snack here and then go to the tour agency, which is located right nearby, like a 5-minute walk from here, and we're gonna go on a city tour. Check out my t-shirt. I love it. It's so cute. And to get our first impression of the city, we actually booked a walking tour, and I honestly think that walking tours are one of the best ways to get acquainted with a new city. They gave us a quick overview of the history, culture, and major landmarks without taking up an entire day. It just took us literally 2 hours, maybe a little more. Munich is the capital of Bavaria, and it's Germany's 3rd largest city. It's known for being one of the cleanest, safest, and most livable cities in the country. What I loved the most was the architecture, and the historic center was completely rebuilt after World War II, but it preserved its traditional Bavarian character super well. Munich is also the birthplace of Oktoberfest, the world's largest beer festival, so you can see that the beer and the beer gardens are literally everywhere. The tour has just ended, and I have to admit, I am a little bit tired. What about you?
Yeah, same.
Just ended, the tour ended by a garden. I don't know what the name of the garden is. The tour was interesting. It was not as historical.
Yeah, as I expected.
Yeah, and as we would have preferred, but it was nice. He also gave some nice recommendations, a little bit on the touristy side, not like on the local side, but we enjoyed it nevertheless. It was really nice. Now we're just gonna chill here in the shade, and then we're gonna make our way back to the Bahnhof, which is the central train station, and then we're gonna go into the mountains to our little village where we're gonna spend the night. views are getting better and better. It's so beautiful. Just like, look at that. And it just keeps getting better. I love this. Also, every little village that we pass by is very neat, clean. You can see that like the region is very rich. Definitely not something that I grew up in. I think I'm gonna cry a little. Yet another time in a hurry because for some reason I thought that the check-in time was until 8 p.m. but it's actually until 7 p.m. and we have like 10 more minutes. I messaged the hotel, but I'm not sure they received my message, so we'll see. But it's so beautiful in here and we are just absolutely happy, like drunk on happiness, right? Just feels like I'm drunk. This is our hotel. How cute! I just can't. All right, so a small room tour. Here's the entrance door. Right by the entrance, we have a huge wardrobe. And then obviously the bed. We have a desk. It smells amazing in here, right? And now let's check out the bathroom. Oh, it's tiny. Oh, it's kind of narrow. So we have a sink, a couple of towels, and this is the shower. What I appreciate the most is the windows in the bathroom up, honestly. But oh my God. So the plan for the night is to get some Bavarian beer and a dish that our tour guide told us about, some sort of a cheesy pasta, which, and I quote him, has nothing to do with American mac and cheese. So I guess it's supposed to be a good thing, I don't know, but we'll try. We found a little restaurant. We were supposed to go to another one that has great reviews and it's the #1 recommendation, but obviously it is overbooked. We ordered 2 classic Bavarian dishes. One is for her. I don't know what the name of it is, but it's basically like pork's ankle, like a pig's ankle, something like that. And for me, I'm gonna have that mac and cheese that I talked earlier about. And also we got 2 beers. Normally I don't drink beers, but I've tasted one in Bavaria last year. We were a little bit more up north in Bamberg. I tasted one beer and it was amazing and I loved it, so I'm gonna give it another shot in here. I hope it's just as good. Otherwise, I'm just not gonna drink it. And as you can probably guess, the beer was actually really good, even for someone who isn't much of a beer drinker. The food was amazing. Both the pork knuckle and the Käsespätzle were both absolutely delicious. We may have gone a little overboard though, because we ate way too much for us. So instead of heading straight back to the hotel, we decided to get lost in the village. We were rewarded with a beautiful sunset, with the colors reflecting off the mountains. It was such a gorgeous evening. Guys, I have to confess how much of an idiot I am. So we are already home. Just got out of the shower, as you can see. So in our hotel room, there's no toothpaste and we had to go to the supermarket and buy some. So we found the smallest package. We're like, great, well, at least it's not like full size, you know. There were no travel sized ones, but this is the smallest we could find. So I opened it up, squeezed it onto my toothbrush, And when I noticed that the color was weird, and then I noticed this little note that it's geschmacksneutral, which means like tasteless. Basically, I was like, okay, interesting. And then I started brushing my teeth, and I realized that the feeling is not right. It's like gluing everything up. And then I looked at the instructions at the back, all while brushing my teeth and getting it everywhere on my gums and teeth and between them. So it's an adhesive. And I was just like, as I was trying to like get it out of my teeth, I was laughing in the bathroom, and Chris was like, what's going on? What are you doing there? Oh boy. So for anyone who's traveling to Germany, pay attention and learn the language. Okay? Okay? Haftcreme. Für Voll- und Teilprothesen. Now I can see it in the daylight. Haftcreme für Prothesen. After breakfast, we checked out of the hotel and caught the first cogwheel train up to Zugspitze Plateau. Zugspitze is Germany's highest mountain, and the moment we stepped off the train, we realized that we were seriously underdressed. Chris ended up putting on every single layer she'd packed, which gave us a good laugh. The forecast promised clear skies, but the mountain had other plans. We spent some time exploring the plateau and waiting for the clouds to move. When the weather started improving, we took the cable car up to the summit, only for the clouds to roll back in again. At first, I was disappointed, but then we put on a Kamasi Washington album and just enjoyed the moment. The clouds and the mountains sort of started playing hide and seek with us, revealing different views every few seconds, so we were just kind of hunting for them. It felt less like bad weather and more like part of a really fun experience. Later, we took the cable car down towards Eibsee, one of Germany's most beautiful alpine lakes. There's a hiking trail that loops all the way around the lake, which is exactly what we decided to do. About halfway through the walk at one of the viewpoints with incredible views of Zugspitze, we decided it was time for a swim. Some parts of the shoreline were muddy, which neither of us were particularly excited about, so we kept walking until we found a small rocky spot with large stones instead. The swim was absolutely amazing. It was cold, refreshing, and relaxing, just the way I like it. All right, I wanted to check in with you guys a little bit. After we swam in the lake, we came back to the town by the cogwheel, and then we were just looking at the train schedule and we realized that there were some works being done on the tracks, so we couldn't really get by train. We would have to have two transfers and then switch to another bus, so we decided to catch a Flix train, which took us directly to the center of Munich in 1 hour and 15 minutes. What did I say?
Flix train.
Oh yeah, it was a Flix bus. Sorry. But the Flix bus was scheduled to depart 5 minutes after our train arrival. So we were racing yet again. We've just arrived to our hotel. I'm gonna give you a small room tour of the hotel in Munich, and then we're gonna take a shower. And we have a concert scheduled for the night, but we might grab a beer prior to that. We'll see how we feel. I was actually recording the video at the balcony. This is a little courtyard here in the hotel, our little balcony, and this is our room. A bed, a reading chair. Yeah, we have a little desk here, coffee, tea. And then this I found interesting. So we can close it up, and it's just gonna be like some sort of a decorative mirror. And then behind it is a TV. I really want to watch a game today, but I don't, because our show starts at 10. We might not be able to. And this is the bathroom, the shower. Is there any toothpaste?
I have no idea, I didn't see.
It was extremely unusual. Contemporary classical music is not for the weak. But I loved it. I thought that I would be like,
Too strange.
yeah, I'm not too much into that sort of music. But I loved it.
Cool.
Yeah. And I really loved her choice of instruments and different techniques. That was my favorite. And also
Strings.
she expresses the thoughts like you said. You said that it didn't sound like chords, it sounded like dust. And that was the name of the piece. I think that speaks for itself. And the first piece that we listened to, also, like, I could feel things. It wasn't... Yeah, it was kind of on the surface, if you can say so, about contemporary classical music. But we loved it. Also, that area of Munich is amazing. The one that we're going to, not so much. It's like all bars. I mean, some people love it. Super busy. But yeah, it was so cool. Na veranda,